While traditional martial arts are full of respect, the UFC is a little different. In the world's biggest MMA promotion, trash talk is the king, particularly when it comes to the way fights are built up. While most UFC fighters try their best to talk trash, it's fair to say that some are better at it than others, and they've delivered the most memorable trash-talking moments over the years. So whether it's an angry threat to kill an opponent or something a little more witty, there's nothing quite like a great trash-talking moment. Here are the 10 best trash talk moments in UFC history. Number 10. Kevin Holland trash talks Jacare Souza during their fight. UFC 256. Kevin Holland has become a UFC trash talker in recent years. This made the welterweight contender known as Big Mouth. In his late 2020 bout with Jacare Souza, Holland stood out. Trailblazer insulted the Brazilian while in bottom position with the dangerous grappler over him. He informed Souza he had a dream about the punch after remarking, "That was nice." Holland stunned everyone by punching the Brazilian from beneath, knocking him out. Holland's audacious move made it one of the most memorable trash-talking moments. Number 9. Penn threatens to kill Sherk, UFC 80. Penn was a notorious trash talker during his UFC lightweight and welterweight title reigns. The prodigy may go from casual to lethal in an instant. Penn's most notorious trash-talking came after his 2008 fight with Joe Stevenson. After defeating Joe Daddy, the Hawaiian had just one target: former lightweight champion Sherk, who was suspended for a positive drug test. Penn called the muscle shark differently. He uttered one chilling line with a growl: "Sherk, you're dead." The line made Penn vs. Sherk one of the biggest lightweight fights in octagon history and one of the most memorable trash talks. In the third round, Penn knocked out Sherk. Number 8. Tito Ortiz laughs at Kenn Shamrock, UFC 40 press conference. The Huntington Beach bad boy used trash talk as UFC light heavyweight champion. Most notably, he got under Kenn Shamrock's skin so badly that it often felt like the world's most dangerous man was about to blow a blood vessel. Their most noteworthy moment was a pre-2002 Combat News conference. Shamrock, a WWE wrestler from 1997 to 1999, promised Ortiz he would beat him into the living death in a lengthy promo. Ortiz laughed hyena-like without responding. Dana White made a last-second catch after Shamrock kicked a chair. The Huntington Beach bad boy knocked out Shamrock in the third round after his psychological assault. Number 7. Colby Covington calls Brazil a dump, UFC Fight Night 119. The UFC's most known trash talker is Colby Covington, who tends to go further than anybody else. Since his fame a few years ago, Chaos has been accused of xenophobia, homophobia, and racism. He's a bit trash talker. Covington's 2017 battle with Demian Maia was likely his most noteworthy. After defeating the Brazilian grappler in his native country, Chaos took the mic and shocked everyone with an unbelievable rant. He shouted, "All you filthy animals suck," to the crowd and called Brazil a dump over their boos. Covington was whisked out of Brazil by security after his rant incited the crowd. While controversial, the scene made Chaos a star and was one of the wildest trash-talking moments in octagon history. Number 6. Michael Bisping makes fun of Rockhold, UFC 199 press conference. Michael Bisping became the UFC's UK poster boy and a great trash talker. The Count verbally sparred with several opponents over his decade-long stint with the company, but his most notable occasion was the build-up to his 2016 middleweight title fight with Rockhold. Rockhold discussed his mental preparation and desire to achieve things at the pre-fight news conference. Bisping, sitting across the podium, laughed. The Count interrupted Rockhold, labeling his statements the worst self-help book you've ever read. "Conceive, believe, achieve, shut the f*** up," he said, to wild laughter. Bisping's personality and mic skills were on display. More importantly, knocking Rockhold out in the first round to win the title made it even sweeter. Number 5. Dana White's "Do You Want to Be a Fighter?" speech, The Ultimate Fighter 1. Dana White, UFC president, is a superb trash talker. White's rants, which often paint the air blue with expletives, are unforgettable. White's best trash talking came during The Ultimate Fighter's inaugural season. White gave the boxers a reality check after the cast seemed confused about whether they were there to fight or practice. He said, "Do you want to be a *king fighter? Throw them out of the gym so fast, their *king head will spin if they didn't." 2F and White became stars after the moment went viral. The UFC hasn't looked back since Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner's spectacular final battle a few weeks later. Number 4. Nate Diaz calls out Conor McGregor, UFC on Fox 17. In 2015, every UFC fighter, regardless of weight, wanted Conor McGregor. The Irishman had risen to fame and was undoubtedly the promotion's biggest star. Nate Diaz's call-out resulted in one of the greatest octagon trash-talking moments. After defeating Michael Johnson, Diaz challenged the Notorious despite McGregor being scheduled to fight Rafael dos Anjos. His rant is hilarious. "Conor McGregor, you're taking everything one worked for. Motherfucker, one I'm gonna fight your ass. You realize the actual money fight is me." When dos Anjos was injured in early 2016, the UFC made McGregor vs. Diaz happen. Fans were immediately on board. One of the most effective trash-talking moments, the two adversaries fought 2 epic bouts and made a lot of money. Number 3. Nick Diaz claims Georges St-Pierre is scared. UFC 137. Nate Diaz is known for his trash-talking, but his elder brother Nick is even better. In 2004, Robbie Lawler warned Diaz for trash-talking during his fights. After defeating BJ Penn in 2011, he challenged then welterweight champion Georges St-Pierre. Due to a major knee injury, GSP could not fight Diaz. The Stockton fighter disagreed. After yelling, "Were you at Georges?" he said St-Pierre was afraid, not harmed. While GSP seemed unaffected, even cynically making the scared sign to the camera, Diaz's rant instantly made the fight huge. Diaz was a master at building a bout, as it drew over 1 million pay-per-view sales. Number 2. Conor McGregor's Red Panty Night quip, UFC Go Big press conference. Conor McGregor is UFC's biggest star. His microphone skills helped him reach heights no other boxer could. The Notorious best trash-talking was directed at then lightweight champion Rafael dos Anjos. Despite being booked in separate bouts, RDA called out McGregor during the Go Big press conference in late 2015. After dos Anjos called the Irishman easy money, McGregor responded, "One can make you rich, one can change your bum life. Fight me, celebrate. We did it, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Wear red underwear, rich baby." The Notorious proclaimed himself the money fight and was right. One of the best trash talk moments, it coined Red Panty Night and highlighted McGregor's wit and personality. Number 1. Chael Sonnen calls out Anderson Silva, UFC 136. Chael Sonnen is the best trash talker in UFC history, according to Conor McGregor. During his struggle with long-standing middleweight champion Anderson Silva, the American gangster became a microphone maestro, taking cues from Ric Flair and Billy Graham. Sonnen's most memorable moment was defeating Brian Stann in 2011. Sonnen called out the Spider after losing in the final round to Silva in their first fight.